Good day everyone! For today's video, I will briefly incorporate discussing with you the topics under Lesson 1 to 4 of Module 1 in the course Terminal Output in the Teaching Profession. But before I start, I will introduce myself first. I am Dancel Jehan F. Pabua, one of the students in the subject of E52, Prof Ed 2, and under the course in year of BC Ed 1A. What is teaching profession? Teaching profession refers to providing knowledge and making a better individual with all normal forms of discipline and also strengthening career opportunities that contribute to in-country growth. Understanding it demands a deep level of reflection and association to various underpinnings. Teaching as a profession spurred a proliferation of concerns in the society. This is my graphic organizer of my teaching profession. It shows the main subject, there are 4 connected lessons to it, and each of them has contributed, completing the said subject to be discussed to me today. So without further ado, let's get started. The first lesson is all about the essentials of understanding teaching as a profession, meaning of teaching, vocation, and mission. In the lesson 1, we can encounter 3 things that we can learn. Number 1 is teaching as profession. Teaching as profession establishes a degree of professionalization that allows him or her to be part of a roster of people in the world who are called professional teachers. This is also called a noble profession that comes with so much responsibility and duty towards students. Teachers do not only teach and impart knowledge here, but they also inspire and motivate students for life and take important steps in life. They keep working to boost their confidence of students and direct them in the right direction. Second is teaching as a vocation. The word vocation comes from the Latin word vocare, which means to call. Teachers here have a calling to their particular profession, a strong urge to do what they do. When someone practices teaching as a vocation, they teach with dedication. A teacher who practices teaching as his vocation, they respond to the strong feeling or calling for the service, just like the historic biblical figures with utmost dedication. The third is teaching as a mission. The term mission comes from the Latin word mission, which means to send. When teaching is your mission, it means that it is the task entrusted to you in this world. As teachers, we are expected to contribute to the betterment of this world in our unique way. Next is Lesson 2, which is about the historical development of teaching in the Philippines. This lesson teaches us about what has happened in the educational system in the past and allows us to observe the beginning and development of our country. This could also be a way to help us appreciate enlightened cultures, ideas, beliefs, and tradition by knowing their backgrounds in the lives and struggles of others in the past. In ancient early Filipinos, they only aim for survival, conformity, and enculturation. Their contents of their education is informal. They are more on religion-oriented. Their methods are tell me and show me, observation, trial, and error. Spanish period, their aim only here is to propagate Christianity. Contents are more on religious, education, and vocation courses. Methods here is dictation and memorization. American period, aims here is to teach democracy and a way of life. Contents here are more on reading, writing, arithmetic, language, GMRC, civics, hygiene, sanitation, gardening, domestic science, American history, and Philippine history. Methods here is dictation and memorization. Japanese occupation aims here is to strive the diffusion of Japanese language in the Philippines and to terminate the use of English language in school and to stress dignity in manual labor. Contents here are more on vocational, technical, and agriculture, and so on. Republic post-war period. Aims here are more on full of realization of democratic ideals and the way of life. Also, the promotion equals education, opportunities for all. Contents here are more on social orientation. New society aims is for national development. Contents here are curricular changes in elementary education and curricular changes in secondary education include year 1986 to 2000 aims here is to promote national development and values education and many more contents here. Education was appropriate with the highest budgetary allocation, promotion and improvement of public schools. Teachers were assured and elementary school curriculum was implemented. 21st century aims here is to provide the school-age population and young adults with skills, knowledge, and values become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizen. Okay. Here we have K to 12, Republic Act 1955, and so on. Next is Lesson 3, which is about legal foundation. It serves as a framework to guide us as future educators to exercise our rights, as well as to the students, parents, teaching, and non-teaching staff. This legal basis promotes also our limitation in the field of our profession so that they can avoid the overusing of our authority inside the classroom. So here in the lesson 3, we can learn 4 things. First is professionalization of teaching. Here, professionalization of teaching strengthens the regulation of supervision of the practices and teaching in the Philippines and prescribing a licensure examination for teachers and for the purposes. This Republic Act made the definition of teachers clear and brief. Number 2 is Code of Ethics for professional teachers. Professional Code of Ethics outlines teachers' primary responsibilities to their children and define their role in a student's life. Educations here are always taught to every codes of ethics on how to demonstrate impartiality, integrity, and ethical behavior in the classroom, whether virtual or in person, and their conduct with the parents and co-workers. Teachers must model strong characters, traits, including perseverance, honesty, respect, lawfulness, fairness, patience, and unity. As an educators, teachers, we must treat every student with kindness and respect without showing and favoritism, prejudice, and partiality. Third is teachers, welfare and privileges. Law in the view of providing professional rights and safeguards to our public school teachers in consideration of exigency and level of difficulty of exercise and profession. Fourth is teachers' rights, duties, and responsibilities. They provide focused teaching programs that met curriculum and assessments and requirements. Next is Lesson 4, which is about other laws relevant to the teaching of profession. This lesson will teach us about the law that is not only limits and regulates our action as a teacher. We can see here the different Republic Act. Number 1 here are the 1987 Constitution of the Philippines, known as the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect people. Number 2 is Republic Act number 7610. This is an act of special protection of the children against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination. Republic Act number 7877. This is an act of anti-sexual harassment. Next is Republic Act number 8980. This is an act more on rights of children to survival. Next is Republic Act number 10157. This is a Kindergarten Education Act of 2012. UNESCO enables people to lead in fulfilling life and development of personality. Next is the Convention of the Right of the Children Adopted. This is also known as Human Rights Treaty. Republic Act number 2706. This is Act of Private School. Next is Republic Act number 6655, known as Free Public Secondary Education Act. And last is Republic Act number 896. This is an act known as Elementary Education Act of 1953. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much.